Hello and welcome to the Friday Fellowship hosted by Sunderland Millfield Band. We'll begin with the quiz and that will be followed with some thoughts and reflection by Mark Warrington. But to our quiz, and it's going to be set in 3 sections, 5 questions in each section, and we'll cover geography, sports and general knowledge. So get your paper and pens, have them to the ready, and let's go through our 3 parts of our quiz. Geography. How many islands belong to the Philippines? How many islands belong to the Philippines? Question 2. Which city has the largest port in the world? Which city has the largest port in the world? Question 3. How many active volcanoes are there in Japan? How many active volcanoes are there in Japan? Question 4. What is the only country in the Middle East where there is no desert? What is the only country in the Middle East where there is no desert? And question 5. What is the name of the capital of Peru? What is the name of the capital, Peru? Our next category, sports. And question 6. How many matches did Muhammad Ali lose in his career? How many matches did Muhammad Ali lose in his career? Question 7. How many players has an ice hockey team got? How many players has an ice hockey team got? Question 8. What is the nickname of the Belgium national football team? The name of the Belgium national football team. Question 9. Which popular fitness method was invented by a German? Which popular fitness method was invented by a German? And question 10. How many times has Michael Schumacher been Formula 1 champion? How many times has Michael Schumacher been a Formula 1 champion? And our final category, general knowledge. Question 11. How long is the Great Wall of China? Question 12. According to the Bible, who was the first murderer? According to the Bible, who was the first murderer? Question 13. What is the name of the Indian Holy River? What is the name of the Indian Holy River? Number 14. Which South American country is named after Venice? Which South American country is named after Venice? In question 15. How many stars feature on the flag of New Zealand? How many stars feature on the flag of New Zealand? Well, that concludes the quiz, and I'll bring you the answers. first category, geography. And question 1 was, how many islands belong to the Philippines? Well, they have 7,107 islands. 7,107 islands. Which city has the largest port in the world? Rotterdam. Question 3. How many active volcanoes are there in Japan? Well, there's 17. Question 4. What is the only country in the Middle East where there is no desert? It's the Lebanon. Question 5. What is the name of the capital of Peru? It's Lima. Lima is the capital of Peru. Category on sports. Question 6. How many matches did Muhammad Ali lose in his career? Yep, I think you probably got it. Only 1. Question 7. How many players has an ice hockey team got? 6 players. What is the nickname of the Belgium national football team? The nickname is Red Devils. No, and it's not Man United. 25. Question 14, sorry, not 25. Which popular fitness method was invented by a German? Which popular fitness method was invented by a German? It was Pilates. In question 10, how many times has Michael Schumacher been a Formula 1 champion? 7 times. And our final category, general knowledge. Question 11, how long is the Great Wall of China? 4,000 miles. Question 12, according to the Bible, who was the first murderer? Cain. Question 13. What is the name of the Indian holy river? Ganges. Yep, you've got it. Question 14. Which South American country is named after Venice? Venezuela. And the final question, question 15. How many stars feature on the flag of New Zealand? Well, that's 4 stars. Well, that concludes the quiz. Thank you for taking part. And I'm now going to hand you over to Mark Warrington.
Hi everyone. I've been asked to provide a time of reflection and an update of what's been going on in our lives since March 2020. And wow, what a year it's been. It's been difficult to remember all the highs and the lows, but I know that everybody has been impacted in different ways. One way to remember I found useful has been through technology, and it's definitely has been interesting reflecting and looking back over the last year with memories and time hop, recalling what the Warringtons have been up to and what's been happening in the world in this pandemic. So here comes a quick snapshot.
Go, no, potato.
This last week has seen 1 year since lockdown began on the 23rd of March, particularly memorable as this was our wedding anniversary. And instead of celebrating, we watched Boris Johnson on TV telling us to stay home. For me personally, I got the following text message from the NHS coronavirus service the same day, saying, "We have identified you that you are someone at risk of severe illness if you catch coronavirus. Please remain at home for a minimum of 12 weeks. A second message saying I no longer need the shield came 5 weeks later. I've learned many things during this pandemic and different ways of adapting to different situations. Some things I found easy, some things I found extremely difficult. New skills I've learned, cutting my own hair, shopping the Aldi way, painting everything in sight in the garden a teal green colour, just to name a few things. As I said, some easier and more successful than others. It also meant full isolation through shielding for me and an enforced stay at home. Even as a key worker, being told to shield meant no leaving the house, even for permitted exercise. Home working became a reality for me, and after several months of doing it and a period of shielding, I suffered a flare-up of my fibromyalgia symptoms and found myself off sick from work in June. I found the Wave at Millfield as a church quickly adapted to online worship helpful, Sunday worship meetings and midweek Zoom meetings, in-person worship when permitted and special events. There were many blessings I received, and I say thank you to our core locals, to Andrew Mayer, David Smith, our band locals and those who took time with our youth for Zoom meetings and encouragement that were given. I particularly enjoyed the variety of Tuesday evening events and remember vividly the In Conversation With sessions, in particular with Rob Little in early November 2020. I'd just returned back to work in late October 2020 after 5 months off work sick, and I was feeling apprehensive about my return back to work in full time. The format is an interview style Zoom meeting hosted by Andrew Mayer with a question and answer around the composer or guest's work, with musical items featured by the guest. I've rewatched the session back again this last week on YouTube, and it still had the same impact on me that it had in November last year, almost 4 months ago. On this particular occasion, the featured music had been used in our own Sunday worship a few days before. The piece of music in question is the beautiful melody Donegal Bay was written by Paul Lovett Cooper when he was an 18-year-old. The first time I heard the piece, it was featured by Kevin Wilkinson on the E-flat bass, normally played on the baritone, and I fell in love with it. During the Zoom, Rob Little explained that he was asked in 2008 by Stephen Cobb to write lyrics to the melody, and My Simple Prayer was born, and it was first sung at the Royal Albert Hall Gospel Arts Festival in 2009 by the festival chorus. The lyrics he wrote mirrored so much of my experience of this pandemic. When I'm afraid and can't think what to do, I'll search your word and place my trust in you. I will seek your guidance for my life, Lord, and will stretch my hand out for your own, to know you're there. This is my simple prayer. When I am lost and have to make a choice, I'll cling to you and listen to your voice. As you speak with whispered words of comfort, I will feel your presence and your peace. To know you're there, this is my simple prayer. For when the tempest is blowing on oceans of fear, I will know with sweet assurance that my Saviour is near. When I feel strong and faith is soaring high, Lord, hold me close and do not pass me by. I will thrill to know you are ever present, and my joy will overflow with praise. To know you're there, this is my simple prayer. As you speak with whispered words of comfort, I will feel your presence and your peace. To know you're there, this is my simple prayer. What struck me most was when Rob said, when writing the words, that all I want to know is that he's there with me when I'm afraid, when I'm lost, when I'm strong and motivated. I'm glad that just like our singing company sang on Sunday morning in their song Footprints, that he has been with me there, and I felt his presence. The music tonight is going to be My Simple Prayer, lyrics by Rob Little, music Paul Lovett Cooper.